Today you're going to make a dog tag. First thing you want to do is create a new 3D design. You're going to start with a cube and you're going to resize it so it's 40 wide and 3 millimeters tall. So now we have a cube that is 40 by 20, and we're going to get a cylinder and we're going to resize the sides to 15 and the height to 3. They all need to be the same height. I'm going to duplicate the cylinder and make it 2. These are going to be the sides of the dog bone shape. And I'm going to move them so they overlap. And I can align them center to make sure that they are aligned perfectly. Now I'm going to put them over on one side of the rectangle, and I'm going to zoom in to make sure that they're lined up properly. I don't want any holes, and right now you can see that I didn't move it over enough, so there was a little bit of a hole. So I'm going to move it over so the shape is about halfway on the rectangle and halfway off. And I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to move the other one to the other side. I want to make sure it's even, so I'm going to move it around so it looks the same on both sides. Now I'm going to group it together, and that shape looks pretty good. So I'm going to move on to the next step, which is creating the keyhole. I'm going to resize it to 10 by 10. And the height is going to be 3. I'm going to move it over to the dog tag and put it so it's overlapping, and I'm going to align center because I want that hole and hook to be on the center of the dog tag. Now I group everything, and the next part is adding the text. Now I'm going to put a dog's name. You can put whatever you want, but I'm going to put my dog's name, and his name was Buddy. I'm going to change it to a serif font, and the height is going to be 4 because I want the text to be raised like it is on a dog tag, and I'm going to resize it to fit on the tag. And when I resized it, the height changed. So I'm going to make sure that height is at 4. And I'm going to change it to another color just so I can see it when I'm lining it up on top of the tag. So that looks pretty good. I can center it, but I didn't really like that. So I'm going to center it in the center, and I'm going to combine the shapes. So now I have a shape that is ready for the 3D software. I'm going to check, make sure there's nothing floating. So I'm going to look at it from the front and make sure it's level with the work plane. And then I'm going to rename it to my name and dog tag. Dog bone tag. And I'm going to add a link to Google Classroom by generating a new link, copying the link and add it to Classroom. Then I'm also going to export the file, the STL, and that's what will go in the Bamboo software.